Welcome to New Thought, May 8th, 2024, 582024. Every day and every way, we're getting better and better. So the routine, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. The routine, wake up early, work out to get the mindset going in the right mindset. Make sure we hit those macros, eat healthy, and whatever you do for your spiritual meditation, set that timer to 7 minutes, breathe in and out, meet with your groups, see your therapist, talk to your mentor, your spiritual person, and something's still gonna come for you. And be careful when you say those prayers. You know, when I say a prayer, the universe, the source is going to bring it to me so that I can have those prayers answered. And we can have those prayers answered. So, just wanted to touch on it real quick. Definitely do not want to make this video. I was trying to get on the road before rush hour traffic and it's 4:20, so I'm not going to wait till traffic's over. I'm just going to ride it out. But wanted to make sure and touch bases. I knew I was making a video today by the date, and I was called to do that. So here we are. Last video we talked about the next right indicated action and being prepared when the opportunity comes is what others are going to call lucky in your life and in my life. So I'm just trying to make sure and do that. Always speaking it into existence with abundance, and no one cares about complaining, whining, and all you're doing is attracting more of that. There's a dopamine release when you do the woe is me thing and other people say, oh, you feel sorry for you. You can get addicted to that. So that's not an addiction that I want. But I came out of character. We always come out of character at some point. Something's going to trigger it, and you know, we've talked about it before. If I have time to think about it when I'm triggered, love is always the answer, the most loving thing. And it could be argued in this situation that I did tough love, but you know, the barometer is regret. When you regret smoking weed, drinking, smacking someone, yelling at someone, coming out of character, eating too much carbs, that regret tells you if it's the right thing or not, so that you can do that next time going forward. And if I can keep on acting in a loving manner and always make love the answer and the solution, which is God, source, universe, then that'll be the natural response. It took me a long time. The natural response, not even thinking about it, in any practice, martial arts, sports, and spiritually, if I can make that the practice, I'm not going to think about it. I just will react accordingly with love and pure intentions. And then there's no karmic debt to deal with later on of regret and, you know, the time that is eaten up of, I could have said this, I should have said this, I would have, but I did, and I tried, and it's been 4 or 5 months, and then it wouldn't have had to be like this if they just didn't. None of that stuff has to happen if we can just continually, you know, that's why very masculine men and masculine women, if you are one, have the feminine partners to remind us and to be there to support us and teach us love and show us. And I think there is a place and a time for tough love, but I'm just glad that, you know, we are always learning or we're winning, and there's some lessons to be learned. You know, your inner circle and those closest to you are the ones that Satan attacks you through, and your own mind. And I have to make sure and remember, when I said, and we say, live our every day like it's your last. Part of that is squashing any type of argument, beef, any type of love that needs to be expressed, any type of disdain or miscommunication needs to be all out in the open with those closest to us, because those are the ones who can leak the ship, and loose lips sink ships, and they're the ones who know your deepest, darkest, and your most vulnerable and can infiltrate. So it might be your fault. I try to be accountable for everything, so I take accountability, because then I'm the solution if I'm the problem. I'm the fucking problem, because I'm the fucking solution at the same time, and so are you. And as long as we can do that, you know, sometimes it needs to be learned over time, but at a certain point, I know that I just get to the point where I'm just like, I love them anyway. Fuck it. I love them anyway. I don't need them to forgive, or I don't need them to apologize, because I already did that whole situation, and we're gonna be here. If it's up to me, it's like a cellie. It's like a dorm partner in your dorm room. You might get in a squabble fight and you can't get out of that cell, but if you just stay there anyways, put an ice pack on, or just you're stuck with each other anyways, and then you got it out of your system and you move on. You know, what I'm trying to say is your day ones and your family's there forever. I'll never forget when I was in Nicaragua, maybe 2007, 2006, on vacation at a resort. These little boys are playing. It's humid in the pool. And I just hear him screaming, "You're not my brother anymore!" And I'll never forget it. It was so funny. You're not my brother anymore. I'm lucky I have a brother that calls me every day, almost 2-3 times sometimes. My sister's down, you know. But I just thought that was cute and funny, because no matter what, you could write them off and say they're not your family, but you guys both came from the same, either one parent DNA or both parent DNAs if you're calling each other brothers. I'm not talking about hood brothers, cousins that just say they're cousins and they're 3 times removed or something like that. I'm talking about came out of the same womb, shared it. You know, I made space for him 7 years before, and he's bigger than me for that reason. That's what I believe. Different DNAs given and genes passed down, but you guys understand the gist of it. So squash it, express it. I wanted to make sure that I did this video, so when I do this 5-hour drive, then what if I don't make it and I didn't make the video? That's not cool. That's not what I'm about. That's not what we need to be about. It's a new moon in Taurus, and it's a time of huge abundance, huge intention, and setting intention and then receiving that very quickly. It's probably the best time of year for manifestation. So don't hesitate, and handle your business. That's all I gotta say today. I'm gonna handle mine. You know, sometimes we find out when making amends, staying out of that person's life and leaving them alone to have their own experience is the best thing that we can do. And sometimes it involves picking up the phone, making that phone call. Sometimes, you know, I know that it's a tradition. Older people wait for the younger people to call them, but fuck that. Call them. If they're younger than you, call, say, "I love you, I forgive you, I apologize to you," whatever needs to be done. And let's fix those relationships, because I have a few friends that are very multimillionaires, and I have a billionaire friend, and we all know that if your relations aren't right, your relationships are fucked up, then it doesn't matter how much money, success, assets, how good of health you're in, you'll still not have that mental and spiritual health. So that's what we're gonna do right now, is just in every single way, if we are right, our world will be right. And so I hope that got the point across in the message, and leave me comments. Let's continue to build this community. I'm really happy to do it slowly and surely and organically. Obviously, like, share, subscribe, and you know, thank you, Lord, for this beautiful day. Let's get it. Namaste.